Hello and welcome to International Study Center IELTS classes. Friends, in the last video, we had learned how to answer introduction questions. Today, we are going to learn how to answer cue card. Friends, there are three parts in speaking test. First part is introduction. Second is cue card. A cue card is a topic which is given to you, and there are set of questions in that topic, and you have to answer all the questions. And apart from that, to speak for 2 minutes, you have to speak for 2 minutes. And before that, the examiner will give you 1 minute for preparation, and you have to note down some points while that 1 minute is given to you to help you to develop the topic. Okay, so suppose the topic is that talk about something which you bought from a street or outdoor market. So here in this cue card, you have to talk about something which you have bought from a street or outdoor market, not from a showroom, okay, or not from the shop. So the point here is that there are 4 questions given to you: what and where it was, who was there with you, what you bought, and explain how you felt about it later. Now, we are going to make some points. These are the points which you are going to note down in your notepad given by the examiner. The examiner will give you pen or pencil and a notebook to note down the points, and 1 minute will be given to you. So these are the points which I have written, and I think if you make such points in any given cue card, it will be very helpful to speak for 2 minutes. So for this cue card, I have written 4 questions, and against that 4 questions, I have written some points. So here, what and where it was. So you have to tell something, to make some general statement regarding street markets. So why it is necessary? Because while it is easier said than done, there is a proverb in English that it is easier said than done. Because when someone asks to speak for 2 minutes, you can say, I can speak for 2 minutes. But actually, when someone says to you that speak for 2 minutes, it's very difficult. And if you want to speak for 2 minutes, points are necessary. So in IELTS exam also, 1 minute is given. And then what happens, if you come directly to the point, then you will be able to speak for only for 30 seconds or 1 minute. So you don't have to speak out of the topic, but you have to remain in the topic and speak something more than the questions are asked. So I have given 2 extra points apart from what actually is asked. So you have to speak your visits to street markets. You have to say that actually I like to buy the things from street markets and outdoor markets. Many times I go to Sunday markets and other market also. I have also visited the famous market of Ahmedabad, that is Dalgarwada market, and another famous market of Mumbai, that is Fashion Street near Fort. All you have to say, and then you have to describe the things which you buy from particular markets. That you can say that usually I go to Fashion Street. Whenever I visit Mumbai, I go to Fashion Street to buy clothes. Clothes over there are cheaper than the showroom, and so I like to buy clothes from there. And then you have to name the particular street which you have to talk about the thing which you have bought from that street. So you have to name that particular street, and then you have to talk about what thing you have bought. So second point here is that who was there with you. You can name any one person or persons. For example, you can say that you went with your friend, or you can say that you went with your relatives, or you can say that you went with your parents. Whosoever is with you, you have to name that person, and you can say it's a little bit more about that person, but not more than 1 or 2 sentences. Then what you bought. Now you have to tell about the things which you have bought from that street. For example, if you have bought clothes, then you have to describe the clothes. That okay, from that street I have bought a pair of clothes, a shirt and a pant both of them are very good, and I got at a very reasonable price. If I talk about shirt, the shirt is a check shirt, and it looks very nice, and I have tried also, and my parents and my siblings also praise that shirt. And if I talk about pant, it's a jeans pant, and it's of a blue color, and it's very good, and it has a nice fitting, and that pant also was praised by everyone in my house. So you have to tell about the things. Now explain how you felt about it later. Well, you have to tell about the experience about buying the things from a street or outdoor market. So when you have named that particular street, then you have to tell that what was your experience. You can, in this part, you can say that, well, I bought a pair of clothes from a shopkeeper who there were a lot of clothes hanged outside, and I chose one pair of clothes. The shopkeeper was very nice. He was very kind to me, and he brought down the price, and from 2,000 to 1,500, and I found it very reasonable. And he also assured that if there is any defect, I can replace or I can get it exchanged from that shop, and nobody else gives this kind of surety, but this shopkeeper was very good. So in future also I would like to buy clothes from this shop, and I would also recommend my friends and relatives to buy clothes from this shop. So that part was a little bit of conclusion, that you are recommending that shop to someone else also. So friends, if you follow these tips, you can speak at least for 2 minutes. Otherwise, if you do not note down the points, and if you just start directly speaking on the cue card, and you will be clueless after 30 seconds or 1 minute. Remember that you have to speak at least for 2 minutes. For full marks, you have to speak for 2 minutes. If you speak for 1 minute and 30 seconds, you may get 6.5 or 6, not 7. So if you want to get full marks, you have to speak for 2 minutes, and the examiner will stop you. You don't have to stop yourself, because examiner has a set of watch for a timer watch. So when 2 minutes are over, examiner say okay, stop, and then examiner will start discussion part. So I hope these tips were very good for you, and you will follow these tips to get maximum marks in speaking test. Thank you.